Hey guys, this
Yeah.
is the CK Reviews. I'm the K and she's the C. And today we're going into a review completely sick. But we wanted to reboot this profile and get some new reviews out there because I know all of you 7 subscribers out there are really excited to see some new movie reviews from the least interesting reviewers on the face of the planet.
Yeah,
So
let's give a hack and a cough for us being
Twilight sucks. Okay,
What?
so anyways, today we're interviewing a real vampire movie, unlike that crappy Twilight movie that's going to come out and drain the money out of every single tweenie bopper on the face of the planet. This is a real film. Yeah, this is a real film. It's called Interview with the Vampire. It's based off of the Anne Rice series of books of the same name. Interview with the Vampire was the first book in the Vampire Chronicles, which tells the story of Lestat and Louis. It's a really, really sick movie. If you're not into twisted, dark, vampire, mythological, drinking bloods of poodles sort of storytelling, this probably isn't for you. There isn't a lot of blood, but it's a very gruesome movie. So if you're really affected by that sort of thing, I'd say skip over it.
I'd say go for it anyway. This movie's awesome.
This movie is incredibly badass with badass vampires and really bad wire effects near the beginning. If you noticed, it looks like Tom Cruise is being raised up Peter Pan style by
Yeah.
strings. You're waiting for his harness to rip.
He comes tumbling down. Oh no.
I regret nothing.
Most obvious green screen when they're burning the house.
Oh, that was hilarious. You
It
just
really
wait.
is. I look at it and I go, oh look, they're all cheering next to a green screen. I said the acting in the movie. Let's tackle that.
Phenomenal. This is the only movie I've ever liked Kirsten Dunst in. Ever.
She was amazing.
Ever. She was
Oh,
Oscar
amazing.
worthy. Did she win an Oscar for this? I mean, she deserves it.
Yeah,
Full on. She is absolutely incredible in this movie. Kirsten Dunst plays this character who's basically this little girl, and she gets turned into a vampire, and she's forced to live out immortality as a little girl. So she basically never physically develops, but she has the maturity and the wisdom of someone who's 400 years old. It's really, really fascinating. And let's not forget Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise does such a bang-up job. He is so... You believe him as Lestat.
The acting. I completely agree with the Kirsten Dunst thing because, I mean, wow. Blew me away. She's this little girl and the things that she says and does.
That are completely
Wow.
evil.
She is. I love the dark humor in this movie. Between all of them.
I seriously do think this is the best performance of Tom Cruise's career, though. Or one of his best. A lot of people were, at the time this movie was going to be released, a lot of people were concerned about Tom Cruise. Because Johnny Depp was originally cast for the role of Lestat.
Right.
But they ended up hiring Tom Cruise instead, and a lot of people said he's too Hollywood. He's not going to be able to give the character any justice. It's too weird for him. And I think he really does blow it out of the water. I can't see anybody else's Lestat now. The structure of Interview with a Vampire is that this is an actual interview with a vampire. The entire beginning of this movie is this journalist. I'm not sure whether he works for a magazine. I think he's trying to write a book, isn't he? About
Yeah, I believe so. But
vampires.
you actually forget that it's an interview while watching the movie. Or at least I do.
Well, that's true because it cuts away from the interview and it starts
Yeah,
showing
and
you
you
what
get really,
actually happened.
really involved, and then it cuts back, and you're like, oh, that's right.
And that ending, was that not just the best way to end this movie?
That really was, especially with the minor spoiler alert. That's not really. And he grabs his sleeves and just, pimps himself back up and continues driving. Made me laugh every time. I love it.
For any of you who have seen the movie, you know what we're talking about. If not, you're probably going to be like, what does the sleeve mean? You'll be watching the entire movie going, I'm waiting for the sleeve. There's something about the sleeve.
Something about a sleeve, and at the end you'll just be like, oh.
Hack, hack, cough, cough, cough.
Hack, hack.
Didn't you like the underground culture of the vampires?
It was, and it was like these vampires.
It was
Playing
fascinating.
playing vampires.
Yeah, you go down there into the catacombs, and they've got like they basically got they've got this whole underground society going, and that was just
The theater was very strange.
oh, that was disturbing and sick. Oh my! I won't spoil anything, but it's like the most unexpected.
You're just sitting there watching, and your eyes are going big.
You're like, what the hell is
What
going
is
on? That is so wrong and gross and icky and ooh. Yeah. All right. So, what would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 5 vampire fangs that could eat somebody, drink somebody's
at least
blood?
give this a 4, if not a 4.5.
I would go for a 4 because while I thought the movie was great, there was nothing that I thought was like really, really exceptional outside of the performances.
So, 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
You know, there's such a thing as a great movie, which I personally feel fits within the 4-star range. Then there's something as an amazing movie, which is more around the 4.5 and the 5-star range. 5 stars are for those rare masterpieces that just touch you in some appropriate way.
Well, wait, what?
Well, they don't touch you inappropriately.
I zoned out there for a moment, and then I heard touch you in an appropriate way.
Pan's Labyrinth touched me.
Pants Labyrinth
Pan's
touched you. You touched Pants Labyrinth.
Oh, you're just being evil now. All right, so you would give it 4 stars, and I would give it 4 stars. So overall, it adds up to 4 stars. That's awesome. So,
Yes,
until
4 plus 4 is 4.
oh my God. This is the CK Reviews, and we're signing out. Say goodbye to the people, Christine.
Bye.
Wow, that was like my monster
That was
transformation there.
disgusting.
That was like the alien stomach buster scene right there. All right, so I'm signing out. Peace.